The Real Adventures in Capitalism, Season 2, Episode 201, Road Trip. A bright purple convertible, all spoilers and chrome, speeds down the deserted highway beneath the burning light of alien suns. Emma is driving. She's got her hair pulled back beneath a red bandana, sunglasses, a band t-shirt with the sleeves cut off, jeans. She's never, ever worn jeans before. Not in this show. Things have changed. They're on the run now. Isabel sits in the passenger seat, Jeremy curled up in her lap, 1,000-yard stare down at her dirtied sneakers. She looks like she's been punched in the stomach and the life stolen out of her breath. She says nothing. Emma cycles through radio stations. Solar Flare Rap, Shattered Deus' new Bronze Core single, the Sarkic Tabernacle Choir, the smooth hip-hop of Old Crab, Goat Drinker Loneliness songs, Yaren throat chanting. Eventually, she just turns it off. It's not going to stop hurting, Emma says. Closure is a load of horse shit. The bone-dry desert, orange and pink, flashes by. I'm sorry, Isabel. Episode 202, Pit Stop on the Borderland. The swine things at the window are detailed, rotoscoped, hideous in comparison to the friendly pastels of the rest of the diner's patrons. They snort and squeal and scream in the night, clawing at window panes, gnawing at the door frames. Emma leads the building of barricades. Isabel hides under the counter. She has barely said anything this episode or the last. The barricades hold for the moment, but they will splinter before dawn comes. Emma looks exhausted, for the first time that can be remembered. Something is going on inside Isabel's head. No viewer privy to it, but she acts without prompting and concocts a plan far more sober-headed than most. Battle plans are drawn on the counter in ketchup and mustard. Salt shakers are marched through their places in preparation. A counterattack is devised, striking the swine things where confusion might drive them to retreat along with the coming sun. She's never been like this before. There's no going back after it. Episode 203, Red Planet Blues. There is a funeral on Mars. No one was invited, but 2 guests show up anyway. Emma carries an umbrella, though the blue-white sun is weak in the Martian morning. Isabel cleans the sand off the solar panels and wakes Opportunity up for one last time to send the girl off. Episode 204, Maximizing Profit. A fellow in a red turban and black bathrobe mans a stand of bootleg toys. His name is SD, and he scratches his scraggly beard as Isabel inspects his merchandise. He admits to no wrongdoing. His words coat the ear in snake oil. You hate him and love to hate him. Smarmy, silver-tongued, razor-eyed bastard. The pair keep running into him, all over that cosmic crossroad marketplace. Each time he's selling something new, he balances scams like spinning plates. A comet falls to Earth, and from its core steps the deer. It will not be the end of the world, but no one knows that now. The market town scrambles to escape its path. Isabel's attempt to delay or redirect it go nowhere. Emma is forced to drag her to safety. SD is vaporized when he challenges the god, not out of bravery or self-sacrifice. No, pure self-aggrandizement. Without a sound, in a flash, he is gone. Hanging in the metallic fog, a moment before the wind wipes it clear, you ain't getting rid of me that easy. Episode 205, Hard Times in the House of the South. The Empress is dead. Utmaisi Gen VI is dead, murdered in her own sanctum, murdered in her own summer palace, murdered with her daughters and sons and consorts, murdered and cast down by the Northerners. Treachery, treachery. They come under the banner of the 5-point star, the crown of their red emperor, those black-clad men of the land of Gok. They all forget the little bastard, sired by a commoner in a village far away. The simpleton princess. As the bombs go off, and the gas fills the streets with corpses, as the firing squads execute each block in turn, the gambling, black-furred brute Zoe who makes wonders steals the girl away. By hidden paths and secret ways, the tinsmith takes the last empress out of her burning kingdom. In his vest pocket, he has a library card. Episode 206, Disaster on the Way. Dust from the deer's arrival rises still on the eastern horizon. An upturned car, crumbled like paper. The corpse of a leviathan collapsed across the highway, its belly swollen and split open. The stench of rot, oozing and choking. Brown slime coagulating in the grass, knotted with tumorous blackened fibers. Emma, drowning under a tide of rotting ones. Isabel clutching Jeremy to her chest, thrown into a gap between worlds. Episode 207, Among the Trash Gods. See the very beginning. A memory of a memory. All was dark, then split by light. The brothers three, and then the tree. All the cosmos in cosmic order, all boundaries set down, all gods above and below, born of light and shadow, and last and loneliest of all, Emma Azelthorpe Brown. Nobody important. She wakes up half buried in a landfill, beneath a bronze dome. She wades through the plastic and glass and interplanar detritus to a porthole. She is in a bathysphere, descending into the abyss. Take a universe and cut it open. Make it bleed. Spill its guts out. Tear the corpse into chunks. Mix it with another and another, on and on through thousands and 10,000s until it's an ocean on the face of the cosmos. And that is the abyss. The bathysphere's lights barely illuminate the crimson depths. Shadowed figures, teeth sharp, swim about in the ethereal viscera. Emma turns to see her captors, 3 men with magpie heads and grotesquely fit, trash gods all, collectors and sellers of worlds not yet digested by the abyss. They know a good prize when they see one. They know enough that you can find a buyer for nothings and nobodies down in the court. And so they go. Down, down, to the court of the Scarlet King. Episode 208, Isabel Alone. Isabel is lost. Just when it seemed that there had been a new stability, her work was torn out from underneath her. She is aimless. She does not know where Emma is. She is afraid. She passes through ways and worlds of increasing hostility and strangeness. The people here have a cold and hungry look. Jeremy is small comfort to her here. She is found out. People talk down here in the Way Wardens. She's been recognized. Reggie's girl, worth a pretty penny to some parties. She is pursued. She runs. She runs and runs and runs, and the worlds blend together and the ways overlap. The maelstrom sweeps her pursuers away, sweeps her away. She is in the mountains. Winter is here, and she has nothing left. She curls up in the snow and cries. Episode 209, Sins of My Father's Hands. There once was a toy maker named Reginald Westinghouse who came to America to seek his fortune. He took a job at the Anderson factory, where they chained him to his desk. He drew up toys in that sweltering steel coffin till his fingers bled and his nails cracked and the carpal tunnel crippled his wrists. He filed through his chain and clawed his way to freedom. He ran far away, changed his name and his face, started again. The Anderson factory slunk into the shadows, and he built toys just as he dreamed. All was not well, but it was well enough. He began thinking of an heir. His son came out wrong. Despite all the care that was put into his making, he came out all wrong. He was all sharp edges and cruel, twisted thoughts. Reginald tried to teach him, but Red refused to learn. He tore off the bars of his windows and fled into the night. By now, the good doctor was old. His finances were falling apart. His memory and his life were fleeing him. The spark of creation was dimming. He built a machine to keep himself alive, to stretch his life over as many years as he could. He hired a maid to take care of him when the machine could not. He handed his company to a board of executors to care for it while he withdrew to his secret workshop and began again on preparing an heir. His daughter, too, came out wrong. Not like his son. She had the spark. She was joy and wonder within, but there was a veil of ignorance cast over her. Too much of an innocent, stuck inside her own imagination. He could not bear to be near her, so crushing was the acknowledgement of his failure. He faded there, in the dust of his hiding place, as his daughter grew up happy and ignorant, and the executive board fossilized in their places. The maid stayed with him until he passed, and then was on her way. Episode 210, Wondermaker. There is an old man and a wolf there, shin deep in the snow. His face is withered and kind, his furs flap in the blustery mountain wind. He knows a secret, and has come to lead the girl. There is a cave up on the mountain. He wakes Isabel. He leads her to the mountainside. He can go no further, but the way will lead home, he says. He does not say goodbye, vanishing in a swirl of snow when Isabel's head is turned. In the cave, there is darkness. In the darkness, there is nothing. It is not the absence of light. It is the dark of the absence of everything. Voices rise from the darkness, a chorus, a chant, an old song rising up from nothing. And Isabel whispers, "I raised up my hand, and then there was fire." The flame dances, and in its light there is Isabel and the multitudes of memory, each wonder-maker and fire-bringer back to the beginning, unbroken and unforgotten. She is of their number, and they are of her. She knows the secret now. Behind all things that exist, there is existence. She will save her friend.